I'm live. Live for a short Bees Bake today. Umbrella Academy episode 9. Continue watching. Yeah. Episode 9, 7:43. I'm so tired. I saw like a midnight movie last night. I saw Tenet. Hello, nurse. Hi, by any means necessary. Hi, Jules. Hi, Wildbids. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Davy. Hi, Kayla. Hi, Queen. Hi, Alien Baby. I think I'm gonna have to watch it at least one more time before I can review it. Hi, Alexandria. Hi, Mar. Hi, Southern Sorcerer. I did. Hi, Nicole. Yeah, I did. Hi, Chris. I did see it. I saw it in a theater. It was like whatever lesser capacity, and I had my mask and my face shield and all that. So I knew it was really long. I didn't realize it was 2.5 hours long. But yeah, I'm gonna see it again. I want to see it again. No, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it right now. I just saw it. I need to think about how I feel about it. I kind of want to see it again before I really think about how I feel about it. It was not. So this is my first time seeing John David Washington, because he was in Black Klansman, right? And I didn't see Black Klansman. And I did like him. He sounds just like Denzel. It's so weird. They have like the same exact voice, which is creepy. Like if you close your eyes, it's like Denzel's talking. I thought he had a good screen presence, which I liked. I liked him and Robert Pattinson. Their camaraderie was cool, interesting. I like that John David Washington was the lead, and Robert Pattinson was like the support. Like that was an interesting dynamic that you don't normally see that often. So I like that. That's why I wanted to see it on the big screen, because I was like, I want to support this movie. Like, I don't want to watch it at home. I want to like buy a ticket and like support it in the theater. Tenet. I saw Tenet last night. I said I'm so tired because I saw Tenet last night, and it's like 2.5 hours, which I didn't really realize. But we're not really talking about Tenet. We're not like talking about the plot or anything, because I'm still thinking about it. I just saw it. Hi, Jay Malik. The experience was fine. The experience was fine. It was plenty of space. Movies are starting to get longer. John David Washington can really act. I miss sneaking food into the theater. Yeah, he does. Well, it's funny because his acting style doesn't really remind me of Denzel. Just the sound of his voice reminds me of Denzel. I literally just had a dream about me telling Denzel I'm dating his son. It is nice to see the roles reversed. Hi, World Lover. Black supremacy for the win. Hi, Deb the Wise. I don't think I missed anyone. I see you guys. I'm trying to see if there's a drive-thru I can go to. They have some drive-thrus here. Yeah, I saw that. So I saw you guys talking about cuties. I read something about cuties, and I watched like a little clip of it, and it really did make me uncomfortable. I don't really have anything to say about that. I also don't. It's like French. It's like a French film. It's weird and creepy. I don't know. But isn't the filmmaker like Who's the filmmaker? Let me ask you guys. Like, weren't Black Americans just in a situation of putting our nose in something that's not our business? So, like, I feel like that's not my business. Like, you know, like, that's not my business. I mean, it's weird for sure. It looked weird, the little snippet that I saw and like what I read about it. But like, wasn't we just talking about niggas putting their nose in like other motherfuckers' business? Like, isn't the filmmaker like a Black French woman? So let the Black French girls get her. Episode 9, 743. Episode 9, 743 of Umbrella Academy. I did see that the Mulan box office only got 5 million. I don't know what they're trying to... I was reading some other shit about Mulan too, so I don't know what they were trying to really do with Mulan. Like, they don't even cut her hair. Like, she's not Ping. Like, I don't know who she's supposed to be in that movie, but it doesn't seem like she's Ping, so... I didn't start yet. I didn't start the show yet. Don't start. I didn't start yet. Just somebody asked what we were watching. That's what we're watching, but I didn't start yet. I felt like some of the dialogue was hard to hear. Nolan does this thing with sound mixing stuff. Yeah, he likes his sound to be, like, he likes his sound. I feel like we talked about this maybe last week. He likes his sound to be, like, really noisy and weird, because that was a complaint that I had about Interstellar. Like, why the fuck is it so loud and noisy and I can't understand what people are saying? That's like something he's doing on purpose. You have a good week too, Mar. John David Washington looks like his mom and he sounds like his daddy. Nova. He has similar mannerisms to his dad too, if you've seen his interviews. They pushed Candyman to next year. They gave a trailer for Candyman while I was watching Tenet. Hi, Savannah. Patty and Gladys versus tonight. I don't want to watch Cuties. I have no interest. He does look like his mom. Yeah, Umbrella Academy, episode 9. One of the main girls in Cuties, the main character in Cuties is Black. And it's made by a Black French woman filmmaker. So it's her vision. This is how I feel about Cuties. Unless I'm incorrect about who the filmmaker is. If I'm wrong about who the filmmaker is, like, please correct me. But what I was just reading was that it's a French woman filmmaker. And this is what I read. And she's trying to, like, make a statement about, like, the hypersexualization of children in society and social media, and how kids are exposed to this like highly sexual content and they don't know how to process it. And then I know there's some stuff in there about her being like a French Muslim and her father taking a second wife, and you know, like I don't know about that type of stuff. So like I don't feel compelled to climb up on a soapbox, really, honestly, and tell this woman, because I don't know, that's not even about me or my culture or anything, you know, like especially foreign films. I watch foreign, like is it even in English or is it in French? I literally don't know, because like isn't the title in French? Isn't it like Les Mignons or something like that? Like but I watch a lot of foreign films. Some foreign films you have to watch, like you just have to watch them, and because they're not for us, they're not for our American sensibilities. Not saying that, you know, that I haven't seen the movie. I don't know if the movie's inappropriate or not, but I'm not the target audience. Like, it's not my business. Like, you know, I don't know French culture. I don't know French Muslim culture. You know, I don't really know what she's trying to convey. I did read an interview where she was explaining the movie and like addressing some of the backlash against it. And I like felt like I was understanding her point. Like, and if the point of the movie is to talk about hypersexualization of young girls, it does have to be shown. Sorry, I know people don't appreciate that, but if that's the point, it's sort of like how they did 13 with Wasn't that Evan Rachel Wood and the girl from Twilight? And they were really young. Like, they were young girls in real life. And they had them doing all that, you know, wild shit for the movie. But that's because the whole point of it, kids with Rosario Dawson and Chloe Sevigny, they were underage. The whole point is to, like, show, that's the point of the movie. So it's like criticizing it for that seems redundant or something. I don't know. But also, I don't know French society. I don't really understand, you know, like, it's not my place. Like, it's weird. It's weird to me that, like, niggas got all these opinions on the shit. It's not even for us. I mean, Black Americans, it's not even our business. It's not our culture. We don't, you know, like, watch it. You can watch it or not if it made you uncomfortable. The little clips that I saw made me uncomfortable. So, like, I won't be watching because from my American sensibility, like, it's too much. But, like, French filmmaking is also, for the record, like, French filmmaking is out there. Like, you know, so we can't put everything to our American standards as well. Like, we can't put everything to our American standards. Like we were just talking about, in motherfucking Mother, they ate a baby and shit. Like, everything can't be put to our Americanized standards. I'm gonna just leave it at that. That's how I feel about that. By my standards, I didn't feel comfortable watching it, so I'm not going to watch it, but I'm not gonna say anything about it either. It's French cinema. And I also, this is just as someone that loves movies, I have to say, I also find people that don't watch movies to be irritating because people don't watch movies and they don't have no understanding of, like, cinematic themes and shit like that. And then they be like, well, the movie should have did this and did this and did that. And I don't understand. Like, if they're making a cinematic point and you only watch Avengers, you're not going to understand it. How about you keep your opinion to yourself? But now everybody can get on Twitter and, like, spout their opinion as well. So, you know, what can you do? Let me read a few of these comments before we start. I haven't started yet, but we are watching episode 9 of Umbrella Academy, 7:43. Word Lover, same way I feel, is gross, but none of my business. Haven't even commented on it. Oh, you're saying Mulan was a cash grab, Nova? Hi, Kimberly Frazier. Dad's tying up Netflix, binging Cobra Kai. Didn't they just want that remake nostalgia, China box office money? I think the cuties discussion should be more centered around how young girls are sexualized in dance and pageant show culture. I mean, that could be a discussion, but, like, the director herself has said what the point of her making the movie was. And she said the point of her making the movie is to talk about how young girls are exposed to sexualized media at a young age without any understanding of what they're looking at, really, and how that influences them. And she sort of tells the story through her main character, this young girl who's dealing with her French Muslim family and identity and experience. And her father, this is just what I read, and her father's preparing to take a second wife. And Jaimo and everybody in the family is getting ready for the second wife to come. And this young girl is trying to, like, process, like, this second woman that's about to be coming into the house. And, like, her mother is, like, miserable about it. But her aunt is trying to, like, tell her she needs to, like, you know, get with the program and, like, get on board with it. And, you know, so this young girl is, like, thinking about family and marriage and misogyny and all these things that she seems like are not fair and are not right. And this is what the filmmaker herself said. She said that the girl is young, so she ends up making a connection between, you know, oppression and misogyny and obedience to her father, because they keep telling her mom that she needs to be obedient while he, like, takes the second wife. And so she starts rebelling, quote unquote, acting out, and because she sees modesty and obedience as this, like, link to misogyny. So she's trying to rebel with her sexuality, even though she's too young to really even understand sexuality because she's being influenced by social media. Like, this is what the movie is about. So I don't understand how I don't, like it's about some very specific themes within this like French Muslim black context that we would not understand in the United States. We just see a movie poster or a trailer and we don't understand it, is how I feel about it. And reading her explanation of the film, and then I read a description of the plot, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna watch it because that type of thing makes, again, me uncomfortable. But it's French cinema. It's a French film that got picked up by Netflix. The actresses in it are French. Like, it's not an American Netflix production. I think it went to Sundance or Cannes or something, and then it got picked up by Netflix. Like, it's not even an American movie. Like, I don't understand. I feel like people are like really looking at it through this narrow window, like, and why aren't they speaking English? Like, it's not for you, bitch. Like, it's not for you. I don't know. It's weird. So, it's niche. And like I said, and like French cinema in general is like different with like the young, like the young girls and like the children, and we can all feel how we feel about that. We can have a discussion about that, but it's not American. Like, it's not American cinema. It's not filtered through our American culture at all. So I don't understand how people are putting their Americanized opinions on it. Because you guys know I hate that in the reverse. Like, I hate when people that are not from the United States try to like put their ideas of like race and all these things on like the way we do things here. So I'm not really on board with American, people, Black Americans or any Americans like doing that to this French film as well. I just like, it's just not for us. So we need to learn to get our nose out other people's business. I did not watch Roma. No. Yeah, her intentions didn't really hit for Americans. Hi from Portland. Hi. There were several films about Mulan that's already been made by Chinese people, so why do we need to see Disney's version? Especially when there's no Shang or Mushu or singing. Hi, Dipped in Indigo. Just because it's out there and people are talking about it does not obligate us to make it our business. Yeah, her intentions didn't really hit for Americans. Kids movie was fucked up. I love that movie. And they're literally kids that they plucked off the street, like 14, 15, 16, and they have them talking about sex, cursing, all this stuff. But the whole point was to show real New York City kids and how they really were talking about sex, but they didn't want to make a documentary. They wanted it to be narrative. So they just like pulled these, like that's how Rosario Dawson got discovered. They literally pulled her off a stoop to be in this movie. Bonjour. A lot of Larry Clark's films use real age actors to address real life circumstances. I watched Kids and thought, yeah, this is what was going on when I was that age. Hi, Kendrick. Mother was disturbing. Mother was supposedly a hyper retelling of the New Testament. Hi, Mel. I didn't even know Cuties was a thing till they brought it to Twitter. I feel like people had to be directly searching for it or something and then waiting for it to drop. Hi, Clotilde. Hi, Elo. Yes, movies that are good, but you can only watch once. Mo. Mother showed how humans treat the earth, Mother Earth. Cuties is very niche. It's important that she gets to tell her story. French Black Muslim culture is very different from Black American Muslim culture. My experience was very different. Yeah, the girls in the film are French, Queen. It's a French film that was picked up by Netflix. I can see her point, but it's very niche. Sounds like the filmmaker was trying to make some points. Honestly, you're making a compelling case for me to watch Cuties. I don't think, yeah, now I do agree with this, Kayla. Kayla said, I don't think it was ever meant to be given this type of platform. I don't think so either. I don't think Cuties was really meant to be on like a Netflix type of mainstream platform. I don't think it was either. Makes more sense that it's French culture. And then people are on Twitter calling for everyone involved to be arrested and trying to dox the production team and the parents of the actors. Okay, and on that note, I will be starting Umbrella Academy. I'm going to start while I look at these comments. Episode 9, 743. 5 is definitely getting older. Like, he's definitely looking older than he did in the first season, for sure. Whoops. Damn. Okay. Okay, sound. Is it a fucking Chris Nolan movie up in here? Okay. You can count me out. I haven't engaged with the movie at all, and I don't feel the need to, and that's pretty much it. People react without understanding. Reminds me of the movie The Professional with Natalie Portman. Right, Leon, which had like 11-year-old Natalie Portman shooting guns and shit, or Kick-Ass, which had like 12-year-old Chloe Moretz killing people and like cursing. And people were like, this isn't appropriate because she's a child in real life. Which it was. Like, I'm not just going to say that it wasn't, but that was sort of supposed to be a part of the point, is that her father, Nicolas Cage, really lost his mind and low-key tormented this little girl and kind of, you know, abused her, trying to make her safer and make her dangerous. And, you know, he shot her in the chest, you know, like, so a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, like, but that's the point of it. That's the point they're trying to make. It be taboo to Americans, and American movies be all super violent, and the French don't get that. Right, exactly. Like, movies where people are getting murdered and blown up and chopped into pieces and heads fucking cut off, and, you know, we're watching Umbrella Academy where we see somebody like blow up, you know, legs and limbs and arms and blood and guts, and a fucking dentist pick, you know, stabbed through somebody's eyeball and shit. And people in other countries look at that shit like, this shit is violent as hell. Like, this shit is inappropriate. Like, how do they watch that? I mean, and not to say that it's not, but like, we do have different things that are considered appropriate in different cultures. I'm not gonna make it. Hi, Teddy. I watched the review of the film. It actually put into perspectives, not as bad as it's made out to be. And it actually ends in her learning a lesson, as I expected it to be. Mia French here thinking this whole situation is weird. Hi, Armand. You can do this. You fought in Vietnam. You survived a family of 7. Look at Klaus bigging himself up. And you once were... I'm gonna just mind my Black American business. French movies can be violent too. They don't care. The violent movies will be rated R in the US and PG-13 here. Leon, that movie was good. And Kids, they fucked that dude up with the skateboard. I covered my eyes. I could not watch. Hi, Cherry Man Gaming. This looks almost like a season finale. There's another episode after this. A lot of usually white people think it's not for you means they're being told they're not allowed to enjoy it, when that just means they're getting it wasn't the goal when it was being made. Right, Ori, exactly. Yes, I think that's a big part of it too. Woo! None of them could stop her. She knocked all of them out. She's really on her Dark Phoenix. I hope she don't disintegrate their ass. Oh shit, there's Ben. Do it, Ben. Manifest on the corporeal plane. That's a good point. About Cuties, it sounds art house, something you go to see at the special theater. Sorry, I turned it down. Hi, Bambusa. Hi, Chassis. Wasn't Brooke Fields in a couple films when she was real young being sexual? Yep, Pre-Baby where she was like a child prostitute, literally. And what, Blue Lagoon, where there was a whole sex scene and she was like 15 years old. Each culture has their own threshold in a sense with different sensibilities. It makes me wonder what game is being played, because apparently the film is good, but it's all the weird promo around it that people are talking about. International nudity and actual sex in film is a common occurrence, where in the US our film code system is still very puritanical. I mean, I love Ben. I mean, none of them could really stop Vanya the first time either. Blue Lagoon, yeah, that's what it was called, right? They're definitely like slowly shrinking Luther's monkey suit over time. So you admit you're conspiring against me. All I'm suffering from is bracing clarity about you and your murderous intent, as he scratches. Look at him itching. She was topless the whole movie. Blue Lagoon was disturbing. Super disturbing. This is so funny because this is like a fucking kid. He's so little and he's like, I'll show you a maniac. But he has like so much like authority. This kid is funny. Get this kid in some movies. What's his name? You guys said he's Irish, right? So is he also putting on an accent right now? I'm 14 days older than him. I have seniority here. I'm the daddy here. They're looking like, okay, little kid. Hi, bruh. Umbrella Academy, yeah. Episode 9. Aiden Gallagher. Does he have an accent? I've never heard him talk. Because I think you guys said he was Irish or Welsh or something, right? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Am I thinking of Asa Butterfield? Not Asa, which I always want to say. Bro, this farting. What is happening? Hi, Kyrie. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, Klaus is the Irish one. Does Klaus have an Irish accent? I'm going to have to watch some interviews to see how they really sound. Happy birthday, Kyrie. Woo! What is the handler getting made? A Wonder Woman outfit? That looked like a breastplate. Right. Bitch, are you dressed up as Joan of Arc? Who are you? He does have an accent, Klaus. I'm mad she really has this pin on. She has like Marie Antoinette hair. It's like a lot happening right now. Herb is a snitch. The infinite switchboard. Told you. Woo! Your puppy, your responsibility. Of course. He does have an accent, Robert / Klaus. Hi, Monica. Oh, I'm so happy you were able to have delicious California rolls on your birthday. You can still hear the audio? Let me turn it down a little. Aiden doesn't have an accent, but he is basically a grown man in a kid body in real life. I don't know what he is, but I can tell you what he's not, a teenager. I turned it down, so hopefully. Really, what is this outfit? Y'all know I'm always wondering about who's the costume designers. The most powerful woman in time. All this time. Do you guys feel like time travel has been like more prevalent in shows and movies and stuff within the last... I mean, humans have always been obsessed with time travel, but do you guys feel like more people are thinking about it creatively in the last few years? I kind of feel like that's true. I don't know though. That could be confirmation bias because I like time travel, so I watch a lot of time travel shit. He's riding a tricycle, an adult-sized tricycle. I want some file cabinets like this. I know that sounds weird. Aiden is an immortal. The fish is trying to spell something. Enjoy your California rolls. She just like grabbed the shit out of Lila's face too. It's because time travel is the perfect way to retcon things. I wonder what the... Yeah, like it definitely seems like the costumes for Umbrella Academy are a bit more pricey. Hair and makeup is different than costumes. I wonder what the budget difference was. I feel like time travel isn't an insane concept anymore, and it's used a lot. Oh, look, Ben's touching her. Oh, no, he's getting inside of her. So Ben is just going to be possessing people now. Is he also inside of the kid at the same time? Yeah, he looks like he's having... He looks like he's in a catatonic state. Listen, Carol is really getting on my nerves. Carol is really getting on my nerves now. Like, why are you even still there with this dude? Maybe I should try to have a little more empathy, but it's just like, it's like you wouldn't even be here right now having this conversation if you hadn't left that note. Literally. Now your child is in a catatonic state and your husband is about to take him God knows where to a psychiatric facility or something. Now you got a shotgun on this nigga. Like, you wouldn't even be in this situation if you hadn't left a note, Carol. Maybe you should watch how you talk to me for once. Now you got the shotty on him. Like, you wouldn't even be in this situation, ma'am. Hi, Hush 420. Ben is a mood and a look. I feel like time travel is everywhere across genres too. We're watching Umbrella Academy Season 1, Episode 9. If time travel is possible, then it's already being done by people from the future walking around right now. Time travel makes the most sense when it works like it did in Prisoner of Azkaban. Yeah, that's kind of the paradox of time travel, right? Like if time travel is ever possible, then people from the future will already be here. But I like the idea of like time travel with like really strict rules, like Looper. And then, you know, if you like all of them, I feel like what's really developed in in like contemporary time travel is stuff like the Commission or whatever in Umbrella Academy, or, you know, like the Adjustment Bureau, or, you know, like an idea of like time cops basically that keep the timeline in check. And you know, in Looper, they're like assassins. They like kill people that, you know, the people that like appear because of like whatever happened with their loop and shit. No, you're not gonna be able to get the briefcase. What are you gonna do? You're just gonna run over there and grab it? Yeah. Homicidal rage, you're definitely there. Definitely. Carol is such a white woman. Wow. Oh shit. Stop it. Oh, they're both because he's itching too, the old dude. Carol is basic. I think time travel doesn't exist because someone would have fixed 2020 unless something good is coming out of this. Well, the whole point of stuff like the, you know, the Adjustment Bureau and, you know, time cops is that the timeline has to be held. Like if this is what happened already, then this is what happened. It can't be fixed. It's what happened. That's sort of exactly what we're watching right now, right? With Umbrella Academy. You might think like, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna like stop JFK from getting killed because that was horrible. But then it's like, oh, if you stop it, there's like actually a nuclear war. Like you have to let it play out. I was just thinking last night that we really are living in the technology age, even though we're desensitized. Desensitized. Time travel is not far off. Yes, they are doing a Flashpoint movie with Ezra Miller as the Flash. And I think Grant Gustin's going to be in it too, personally. I think the movie's going to be crossover with that TV crossover event they just had. Ha! They kicked him again. 5 swooshing. I'm getting really sick of this. We got to have time travel because this timeline is messed up. Time travel is everywhere now because folks wish they could retcon reality. Yeah, the butterfly effect is like time travel. The movie with Ashton Kutcher. And Frequency, too. Futurama said time travel to 2020 is prohibited. Yes, it did. Looper was so slept on, in my opinion. That was a good movie. I really like Looper a lot. I thought Looper was an awesome movie. This scene that I just watched in Umbrella Academy where Carol had the gun on her husband actually made me think of Looper and Emily Blunt. Like the framing of the scene was similar. Looper is really good. They had those like weird prosthetics on Joe Gordon-Levitt because he was supposed to be playing like a younger version of Bruce Willis. So they like put those prosthetics on him, and I think that like that weirded people out and turned people off of the movie because it was weird, and I don't know why they did that, to be honest. Like it didn't have to be an exact match. Bruce Willis is like way older than JGL. And I kind of felt like they didn't really market it well. It had like very little marketing. I think they like weren't sure how to market it. Because with time travel stuff, it's like you don't want to give too much away. Wow, he's like in there talking to her. Yeah, you're doing it again literally right now at this very moment. Can you please stop? Because you never learned to. Because they just kept you doped up instead. You did kill Pogo. It was horrible. I wonder how you can prove you're from the future and not just someone who is well connected and knows what the elite are planning. Well, if it's like Back to the Future, Biff had the almanac from the future. If you have like a artifact, 5 is the real killer of Kennedy now. You know that old mystery who really killed JFK? Who shot JR? Damn, Futurama. Fixed points in history. 2020 is broken because of time travel. There was a movie called Time Cop. I do think that there are fixed points in history that you can't change, Tracy. Butterfly effect has to do with the effects of actions on timelines, so it's easily related to time travel. Luther is so useless. His head is still small in proportion to his body. Diego needs to let this whole saving JFK thing go. You'd have to provide proof by bringing some tech that's out of this world. What is happening to Ben? Oh, she's like killing him from the inside. Oh, what is he moving on? So is Ben moving on? Is going to be no more Ben? The little kid in Looper was a crazy good actor for his age. I feel like we all have this fantasy about how we would time travel to save someone. It can be fixed. Yeah. The question is what effects will happen as a result. Right, Brooke. He didn't even look like Bruce Willis. He just looked like he had a weird face. I was like, why did they put those prosthetics on him? I mean, and I also kind of feel like, I don't know. I kind of felt like, I don't know why I zoomed in. I kind of felt like them putting them prosthetics on him, like almost a spoiler. Because you don't have to know when you're watching it that he's Bruce Willis. But they decided to like make that a part of, you know, the campaign and like him having the prosthetics and stuff. I was like, this is weird. Do you mean In Time with Justin Timberlake and Amanda Seyfried? It's called In Time, not Just In Time. Unless you're talking about something else, Kendrick. We were just fine until that Russian she-devil showed up. In Terminator, they traveled naked, so no avoidance. Ben is such a good person. Oh, Ben's finally passing on to the afterlife, moving on. No, take Vanya! I won't lie, if I could time travel, I'd be just like McFly. I'm taking that almanac back with me and I'm betting on every winning game. I mean, I don't really mind. I mean, like, I mind Ben moving on because I don't want him to leave, but being a ghost for 17 years and you can only talk to Klaus has to be horrible. It took all his strength to get to her. No, don't die, Ben. I remember I was obsessed with the Time Machine movie when I was a kid in like 2002. Ha! I love that movie with Samantha Mumba. If I could time travel, I'd go forward through time, not back. Yeah, just in time. Justin Timberlake. Wow, he really got the kid involved. Wow, is he gonna shoot the kid? Are you serious? Oh, look, he was able to stop the bullet because now he has powers. Wow, he like reverberated the bullet. Wow. He shot himself. I mean, he definitely would have shot this kid, but this one you don't play around with guns. Ben saved everyone. I would say In Time is like time travel adjacent. Oh, see, I knew her parents didn't die no damn robbery. She killed the parents. What? Oh, so she doesn't know that the handler is AJ Carmichael? She doesn't know that that's her? Oh, look at the fish. Oh my God, Lila, you're an idiot. How do I think 2020 is going to end? I don't know. I don't really think about that kind of thing. Everybody's life is going to end with them dying, right? So I always say don't give black people time travel because we all got a mile-long list of race-based BS history we change. Good for him. He was trying to kill his wife. He almost killed his kid. It's a good demise, Carl. What points in history would y'all risk changing? Historic moments. I don't think I would change anything in history, personally. Maybe that sounds weird, but even though I do like time travel is a paradox, like conceptually. Because I kind of feel like there's two ways to think about time travel, which is like you change things and you probably make it worse. Or everything is happening the way that it was going to happen. There's just sort of different routes of getting there. I kind of think of it that way. Like I do enjoy Prisoner of Azkaban time travel because I kind of feel like that's sort of the point is like everything happens the way that it's supposed to happen, but maybe it's not happening the way that you think, or maybe you're changing how it happens. Like they think that the executioner is like cutting off Buckbeak's head, but what's really happening since they went back is the executioner is like cutting the pumpkin, you know, things like that. Why has she been keeping the fish alive? I guess. Please don't swallow this fish. Please don't swallow this fish. She is. I know that wasn't a real fish. I know that was like a CGI thing, but why was she even keeping the fish? So the fish was the real AJ, and she ordered Lila's parents to be killed, and Five did it. Eat shit, ape man. Shoot him! Like, I'm not shooting either one of you. I wish In Time was such a good idea, but it was poorly executed. That movie came and went. I actually really liked In Time. I kind of think it's underrated. I would never watch it now because, like, fuck Justin Timberlake. But I actually really enjoyed In Time a lot. Not only that, but Ben watches Klaus do every drugged up thing and playing with his life while Ben doesn't have one. Right, exactly, Nicole. Like, I think it's good that he was able to move on. Oh, there's the portal. What was the movie with Rachel McAdams? Feel like they did time travel well in that one too. The Time Traveler's Wife, which was good. It was really interesting. The Time Traveler's Wife also kind of like operates off of the idea of whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You just don't know how or, you know, when or the circumstances, but whatever's going to be is going to be. Like he travels, like he can't control it, but he's like in love with Rachel McAdams. Rachel McAdams is like the love of his life, but he like can't control when he's going to be in her life. Like he meets her when she's a little kid, he meets her when she's older, he meets her here, he meets her there. He's trying to like meet her in the middle somewhere at the right time so that they can be together. But there's like all types of shit that you don't really understand until the end. The explosion causes doomsday. Oh my god! I'm tired of Diego. Too much. Lila is so dumb. You are so dumb. For real. The fish looks so defeated. Yeah. With a bang? Or with the whisper? Nova. Oh, look, there goes Reg. And that damn umbrella. The time traveler's wife is with Rachel McAdams. AJ Carmichael is the fish. The handler put out the kill order on Lila's parents with the fish's name. I feel like there's no way 2020 doesn't end with a zombie apocalypse. Well, I hope there's not one because would be terrible. I don't know if you're being serious. I mean, like, if there was really a real zombie apocalypse, like, it would be really, like, horrible. I don't think I'm changing anything. You could change things now and the future by knowing truths from the past. I would just want to document and fact check. I also like Deja Vu with Denzel Washington and Paula Patton, which we've watched for Beast Bait, which is like also about time travel. They're trying to like stop that explosion. And like in the beginning of the movie, when he like goes to her house and he like sees that stuff like written on the refrigerator, and then like we find out later on that like he's the one that put it on the refrigerator. Like closed loop. I knew that didn't look right. Son of a bitch. Humans are just naturally too problematic. There'll always be something to fix. Wow! No, that didn't just happen. Wow. Wow. Well, I mean, the old man had to go back so that he could be 5 in his young body. They broke the briefcase. Well, just like Frequency, which you guys know, like we've talked about Frequency before too, where the dude like reaches his father through the radio, and his father is a firefighter, and he tells his father that he's gonna die in a fire, so he like stops his father from dying in the fire. Oh my goodness, Diego. But then like his mother dies instead, and then like a bunch of other people die because it turns out that like after his father died in the fire, a serial killer died. You know, all these things happened so this like serial killer died, but when he like saved his father, he like saved the serial killer. Well, and then the serial killer went on to like kill all these people, like all types of stuff. You just never know. At least she didn't chew. She swallowed a whole live fish. Not her being able to just swallow it whole like that. Yuck. Luther, you're in charge of nothing. I think she kept him as a power flex. That's the thing. In Prisoner of Azkaban, Buckbeak was always saved by future Harry and Hermione, and McNair always chopped open a pumpkin. Right? It's like really all about your perception. Me, how is the chat going to react to the fish? I wouldn't change anything either. In time, I feel like the universe will correct the changes or make certain events happen earlier or later. I also believe in like the pendulum effect of life, and especially of politics and of, you know, socio-political events. If you like study history, like events happen and the pendulum swings, you know? So it's like you remove one thing, you know, you remove one thing bad, and then, but you don't know. You just don't know how that's going to affect. You just don't know. You think like, oh, I'm going to remove this thing bad. But then like, you're also going to remove the way the pendulum swung after that, which might have been something that you needed. What is this? The old white man brigade? It's literally like a bunch of old white dudes in a room. Who's this dude? Reg's father? Because Reg is looking like a little child right here. You lied to me. Oh, this is where Diego and Luther get it. The dark side of the moon, your interest on the dark side of the moon won't be affected. Oh, so now we're in the expanse. I love The Time Traveler's Wife. The whole mood of that movie is very sad to me, but I enjoy it. It's an extremely movie. It's really sad. It's a beautiful romance, but it's so sad. So basically, if you stop Ali from getting on the plane in 2001, like, is it going to cause World War III in 2005? Like Doctor Who? Diego and his obsession with Kennedy, enough. Right! I wish he cared about himself the way he cares about saving JFK. Right! Uh-oh, someone's ready for a fight. This dude is like really condescending towards him like a parent. What's he about to do, some Tai Chi shit? Oh wait, no. He's peeling off his head? Oh no, he's pulling something out of his head? No, he's pulling it off. He's an alien? Okay, Men in Black. Plot twist. That should look like when the bug took his fucking head off in Men in Black. You want me to put my hands behind my head like this? Fucking Vincent D'Onofrio. You know I can't pronounce that man's name. Edgar Suit. Edgar Suit. That's what I think to this day every time I see this man. I think Edgar Suit. Hi, Boing Blue. Sugar. Water. More. His wife. He asks for some sugar water. Not regular water or tap water. Damn, she stabbed him. Look at this outfit, bro. She's really dressed like Marie Antoinette meets Joan of Arc for this coronation. She looks like the woman from Despicable Me. I mean, from Minions. Wow, so they better have a time war? Okay. Like, she has a crown on and everything. So now Carol and this kid, what are they doing? This part really reminds me of Looper. Pause. And that was the end of Umbrella Academy. Episode 9. That was interesting. It's just 9. We're gonna do 10 next week, and then we're gonna do one more Chadwick Boseman because we had an extra Sunday this month. Where was I? Hi, Jersey Devils. Hi, Sketchnificent. He's sweating through his little tweed jacket. 5 is my favorite character, hands down. Frequency is good. One of my favorite films. Wow, the fire hydrant Klaus threw through the portal in episode 1. Who the hell thought that would affect things in the future past? I loved what Arrival did with time. Even though it's not really a time travel movie, it plays with and bends time in a way I hadn't seen a movie do before. You know, Arrival is based on a short story, The Story of Your Life by Ted Chiang. He also recently released like a short story series or like compilation, I think. It's called like Exhalation or something like that, that I want to read. And The Story of Your Life like won awards too. I think it's meant to be time travel. I feel like Arrival is meant to be time travel. Because like the core of time travel is about perception. And you know, Arrival is like all about, you know, like circular perception of time versus like linear. If you haven't seen Arrival, this sounds weird. It's sort of hard to explain. Arrival. I can't imagine anything worse happening than the rise of white supremacy. If we prevent the African trade, what could be than that? I don't know. You never know. You really literally never know. You don't know. What if you prevent the rise of that? What if you prevent the African slave trade and in its place, white people like just murder all the black people and commit a mass genocide and wipe us off the face of the earth? You don't know. You literally don't know. Or what if you go back and you try to do something and American chattel slavery or, you know, the transatlantic slave trade still happens anyway and never ends? You literally don't know. That's like the paradox. That's the paradox of time travel. And then you would be the one with the knowledge, because the rest of us would know that we're in an alternate timeline. You'd be the one with the knowledge that you're the one that did it. It's always old white dudes in a room after all. It swings back with cause and effect, affecting something else. The Expanse got picked up by Amazon Prime. I mean, like, I just, like, to say that, like, I wouldn't care what type of outcome would come with being able to save the transatlantic slave trade. Like I said, like, what if you ended all of, like, the black race? You wouldn't care? You just don't think that that type of thing could happen, but it's time travel. Anything could happen. Right, like what they did to the indigenous people. Like, you really would never know. And then you'd be like, oh shit, I ended the black race. Whoops, my bad. Can you imagine? Like, can you imagine, like, you go back and mess with time and, like, you be the person that, like, ends the black race? He shouldn't have tried the aliens' patience. I don't feel pity for these idiots. Vincent D is a good actor. Edgar, your skin is hanging off your bones. Her outfit is confused. No wonder he was such a cold and heartless parent. He's incapable of human warmth. Yeah, like I wasn't expecting that. That was a surprise. We watched episode 9 only. Reginald Hargreaves was an alien all along. That's why he wasn't afraid of those children and their powers when he was raising them. We haven't decided yet. Oh yeah, he's the dude from The Cell too, Kendrick. I love that movie. He's an alien. That's why he was so aloof. I think them going back in time is why Hargreaves went to find them when they were born. Being an alien made it pretty impossible for him to feel empathy for the children, but I wonder if he actually loved the real version of the robot mom. Anthology, yeah, anthology. Arrival should have been the Oscar for Amy Adams. That movie was so good. Arrival is such a good movie. It really is. And you know, it was hard, and I didn't really understand it when I first saw it in the theater, which is also why I want to wait to talk about Tenet, because how I saw Arrival was like, I was supposed to be meeting my friend to see a midnight movie, this fucking indie movie about these mermaids that I missed. I got there late. I was running late and I got there late. And I missed the beginning of the movie and they wouldn't sell me a ticket. Because, you know, if it's like 10 minutes, 10 minutes, something, they won't sell you the ticket. So the next movie that was starting was Arrival. So I bought the ticket because I was like, oh, Amy Adams and fake Arrow and Lawrence Fishburne is in it too. So I was like, okay, I'll watch it. And I remember sitting there watching it. Like, I wasn't prepared to watch it. I didn't really know at all what it was about. And like, I wasn't really in the right mindset. Like, I wasn't prepared to watch it. And I remember like after I left the movie theater, because my friend had got up. My friend actually walked out of the indie mermaid movie. I can't remember what it was called now, but my friend like walked out of the movie, said it was terrible, and asked me how was Arrival. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I kind of maybe think I didn't like it. I am not sure. And then I watched it a couple more times actually, and it grew on me. I like understood the themes a little bit more. And now I like love it. Some movies you have to sit with for a while, especially movies that are about some like, you know, complex topics. Well, I think people should sit with more things for longer overall in general, but especially that type of thing. Even though he's not really their dad, I wonder if him being an alien is the reason why they've got powers. I know you love The Expanse, Nova. We only have 3 months left in this year. I'm gonna need 2020 to take a break. Shorty been wilding since day one. Again, that's what Kindred by Octavia Butler had me thinking. Like, I wish it hadn't happened, but without it, me and the people I love wouldn't exist, and it's so messed up. Yeah, exactly. What if dinosaurs didn't become extinct? Oh, humanity would be done, out for the count. An indie movie about mermaids. I just can't think of what it was called. That's a good way to watch a movie. Hearing you talk about this is really making me miss movie theaters. I know, Brooke. Like, I was supposed to meet my friend to see the movie at like 11:30 or something, and I was like 10, 15 minutes late. So they wouldn't let me in to see the movie. And the next movie, the last movie of the night, it was a midnight showing of Arrival, because Arrival had just came out. And I was like, oh, I'll catch Arrival. No idea what the shit was about. And you know, Arrival is like out there in terms of the plot. I was watching it like, what is going on? I was like, I don't think I liked it. But then I like fell in love with it. I still haven't seen Hereditary. No, I do want to watch it. I do want to watch it. So, yeah. I'm going to catch Hereditary. That's kind of high avant-garde. That's kind of how I saw Blade Runner. The new one. I'm just saying, like, you know, we're here now. I'm just saying we're here now. So when we talk about time travel, like I said, either you create a paradox where you change things, and so how do you know, you cease to exist, or, you know, like how you're going to change, or it's the concept of time as a loop, and things are always going to happen the way they're supposed to happen, and there's nothing you can even really do to change it anyway. So it's kind of, you know, the way that we think of time travel as like wish fulfillment. If we're thinking of time travel, this is like a huge plot line of The Time Machine, which is like the practical application of time travel creates a paradox. Like Jeremy Irons says to the dude, he's like, if the catalyst for you creating your time machine was your wife dying, how could you ever use it to go back and save her? Because if you save her, you would have never built it. It's a paradox, unless it's, you know. So there's really only two ways to think about time travel: paradox, or it's a time loop. And if it's a time loop, if we're in a time loop, that means you can't change anything anyway. Everything's going to happen the way it's supposed to happen. You can maybe go back in time and get more clarity, and your perception will change because you'll know what quote unquote really happened. But it's going to happen regardless. So that means like you can't even change. Just let's just say slavery, for example. That would mean you can't even change it. You can't change it because it happened. It's going to happen. It's always going to happen. Or you do change it and you create a paradox because you changed everything, and you no longer exist as you are, which that's up to you. I guess. So, time travel. This is why I love time travel. I could have like endless thoughts and conversations about time travel because it's really interesting subject matter. I do think that time travel could possibly exist and it's just regulated. So we're not allowed to know that it exists in our current timeline. I think that that's possible, just personally. And I also think that, like, I believe in time as like a loop, like a closed loop, like circular. And things are going to happen the way that they're going to happen. And if I had the opportunity to change something, I don't know if I would want to, because I wouldn't want to create a paradox wherein I cease to exist or I do something even worse. These are just some of my thoughts on time travel. But yes, I grew up watching Terminator, right? Y'all know Terminator 2 is like one of my all-time favorite movies ever since I was a very small child. I was watching Terminator 2 like at 8 years old on like a VHS tape like every day. So I've been thinking about time travel for like my whole life and how would time travel work? How is time travel gonna work when the machine uprising occurs? When Skynet attacks? How is time travel gonna work? Because the singularity is coming. Whenever, you have time to talk about the singularity, I will be knocking on your door with the pamphlet. But I do think about time travel a lot and the robot uprising. So, on that note, we're going to go ahead and go. This is a really interesting episode of Umbrella Academy. We're just watching this one because we did like 4 last week. So, we did 1. I'm looking at the calendar. So, we did 9 today. We're going to do episode 10 next Sunday, the 20th. And then the 27th, we'll do a Chadwick Boseman movie. We have not decided yet what it's going to be. So keep that in the back of your minds. And then after that is October, and we are still going to be doing our Halloween bake. Do you have time to speak about the singularity and time travel today? Are you prepared for when the machine uprising occurs? Because, not everybody's going to make it. All right. Bye.